Hello, friends, and welcome to yet another episode of Pause Talk. And today we have with us super awesome Kalyani. Welcome, Kalyani.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for having me on your show called as Post-Talk. It's an honor and I feel blessed.
So, Kalyani is a chemical engineer turned management professional. And that is a very simple way of introducing Kalyani, but she has a lot more what she is doing. And that is what we are going to discuss today and many more things about her. So, I will first request Kalyani to please introduce yourself.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm called as Kalyani Pantangi. Pantangi is my surname. And people who know me for ages and my family, they call me Kallu. And my students, certain students, because of being with me and because of my jovial nature and other thing, almost 10 years ago, they named me as Khushi, and I'm still called as Khushi ma'am by my students.
Wow.
So I have so many other nicknames where people keep calling, but these are the prevalent ones.
Right.
Talking about my background, as ma'am said, I'm a chemical engineer turned to management professional. Before all these professional thing, I'm a very simple human being, trying to do my bit of whatever I can to the society and the people around me. And my background, I come from a very big family of around 80 plus people, both mom sides and dad side. And my roots are from Andhra, both dad's side and mom's side, but dad's family, as in his father and grandfather, settled in Bangalore almost 100 years ago.
Wow.
So we've been in Bangalore for 100 years and plus, and my mom basically was born and brought up in Nellore, and she worked as a teacher in Kakinada.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
And mom's side, father was a doctor, and he was working in one of the villages between Andhra and Odisha border called as Donkrai. So because he was there and the mom first delivery, I'm the first child in the family, so she had to go over there. So I was born in Kakinada. I moved to Bangalore when I was 3 months child, or rather I was moved. My
Yes,
parents
you
got
were.
me here.
Yes, actually. Yes,
So
yes.
I moved to Bangalore when I was 3 months old, and like I said, my family is very huge, and I was the most anticipated child in both the sides.
Superb.
So mom's side, I'm the eldest granddaughter, and
Wow.
I was like Kokatara over there. And
Great.
that side, they had a series of sad incidents as my grandfather passed away, then uncle suffered with ill health, and there were a lot of confusions after grandfather's death. Atmosphere was not really very pleasant. People were waiting for some kind of a change, and I happened to be the change in the family.
Wow. Superb. Amazing. I mean, this is a very beautiful introduction to Kalyani, and that is why the name Kalyani, because Kalyani means to give goodness, to have prosperity everywhere. So that is the very apt name for Kalyani.
I should
Let's
thank
now
my dad for that, for naming me.
Yes. So let us move forward for her professional journey. This was all about her childhood and everything, but now let us see how she has grown and got into what all professions. Yes, please.
Professionally, I did my engineering. Actually speaking, I had a dream to pursue my master's in chemistry and do my PhD over there and do something in chemistry because chemistry happens to be my favorite subject. And after that is mathematics. So with those two subjects, I wanted to do something, but because I got a good ranking and my placement was very good, my parents were like, you got it, don't miss it. So technically speaking, I'm the first lady engineer in my entire family.
Superb. Amazing.
So I joined engineering, and mine was the first batch in the chemical engineering field. We had a lot of struggles, but still, we as a batch we were go-getters. We seen through. I worked in a chemical firm after that for 1 year. But that turned out to be very nice experience wise. But chemicals had a beautiful experience on my body, and they started really reacting with me out of love. And that's where I had to change my line of work from being an engineer to moving into people management size. As in, I moved into customer service first and then moved into HR, grew over there, moved into the level of management, moved into strategic management. After 20 years of work over there, I said, I'm not a person only cut out to be only in a company. Go for a job 9 o'clock to 6 o'clock or 14 hours, 16 hours. It's okay. I'm doing it. But I'm something much more than that. I'm much more than just this role as HR head or senior manager or whatever it is. I'm much more than that. And I need to explore that and I need to do that. And that's when I quit my job as the HR head and I took up the role in a startup, in my friend's startup, basically. I started getting the experience, and once I got sufficient experience, and then there was my health issues again came in because I was working in night shifts during the startup experience. I had to move out of the night shifts. And that's when my friend, my childhood friend and I, we said, we'll partner and we'll do something. To begin with, when we started talking about this, we had no plan of starting. We were just thinking how we can consult together. As in, both of us have come from HR as background. Both of us moved together into strategic management. Both of us did our courses as psychologists together. And we were just contemplating. And we weren't very sure during that time. But when pandemic happened, out of our contacts, there were people who came back and said, we are having issues handling employees because it's affecting psychologically. Can you take up a project, help us with our employees? Lo behold, we started our company and
And
it's
then
called
what?
as IntelliAce Solutions.
Yes.
And here we are into basically helping organizations achieve sustainability through people and process management.
Yeah.
And while we started with leads, did we expect that there will be a drastic change in the industry? Because now most of the industries have the biggest pressure is they have to start focusing on their carbon footprint.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And organizations make commitment, they make changes at the top level, and that's just cascaded bottom down. But employees at the ground level or even in the middle management level, they are not aware why the organization is taking such steps.
Correct.
And this is causing a series of dissatisfied events within the organization, and employees seem to be dissatisfied.
Actually, wonderful. So this is, this is a
now we are
wonderful journey. Yes, this is a
entering into
wonderful
it.
journey on your professional field. And it looks like so simple, no? She has done this, she has done this, and this is what she's doing. And we are on pause talk.
Yeah.
There seems to be no pause in her life. She is just going roller coaster from one role to another role. But again, there is something which has made her what she is today. It is not only her professional journey, it is not actually for all of us that it is not our profession which makes us what we are. It is something more than that. It is more than that which helps us to become or achieve our dreams, probably which we had not even want to put it down on the paper, but it comes down in front of our eyes because we are now capable of doing all of that because of something which happens in our life. So
True, very true.
I will now request now Kalyani to delve into your pause. Where did the first pause come?
Well, ma'am, let me tell you, this pause never happened after I grew up. This happened while I was growing up. Like I said, I was born in a big family and 40 plus years behind. It was a big taboo having only girls in the house. And we are
Yes.
3 daughters for my parents.
Yes.
So I have seen my parents being condemned because we are girls. There are people in our relative circle, friend circle, who have directly come and literally spoken on my face, ऐसा कि तुम मनहूस है, तू
Hmm.
पैदा हुई इसलिए you have two sisters after that.
Correct, correct,
You are a
correct.
liability to your parents. You got
Yes.
this liability to your parents because
Hmm.
you were born. Two
Hmm.
more liabilities are there.
Correct.
This actually got embedded in me very strongly at a very young age.
Right.
I still remember when I was small, there are people who used to take me in a corner and hit me also because I was born.
Hmm.
कौन
And
है
look,
याद नहीं, but I
I
remember
know.
beatings.
Yes, and I just want to take this little insight from here, from what she's saying, and go back to what she was introducing herself as, that she was a child who was really awaited, a child who was awaited, and on her own, it was okay till the next sibling came, which was again a sister, and the next one came, which was again a sister. So on her own, it was okay for her to be born a girl, because she was the first girl after a very long time in her maternal side. And she was a bundle of joy in paternal side when she was born, because of some circumstances. They wanted a change in the circumstances. And birth of a child really brings about that kind of a change in the circumstances. But then, as she grew up and as the other sisters were born, the scenario absolutely changed, and she was like, she was taken aside and put on this pedestal, that you are the one because of which the other two daughters are born.
True,
And it
true.
was not coming from the parents, but obviously from all the relatives and the friends around her. And look at what the psyche of the child would be at that moment, who was first the cynosure of the eye of everybody, and suddenly everything changes for her. And that is what actually gets inside, that I will prove it, that I am not a liability, that I am not the one who is getting to get all of this, because both the sisters are settled now and everything is very beautifully done for them. And she is herself standing on her own 2 feet, and also looking after her own parents today, staying with them. And that there is more to it, we will just get to know. But this is what she would have thought at that moment. And that is why I was telling you that it is something in our lives which makes us, it is not our degrees, it is not our courses which makes us what we are. It is all of this which really helps us to become what we become.
True.
Yes, Kalyani, please continue.
So this actually got embedded in me. Least did I know during that time. I had bronchitis. I had weak lungs, and I'm allergic to Bangalore climate. And during this season, from July to say January or February, I used to suffer with chronic bronchitis, severe cough, wheezing, breathlessness, very severe. I used to be on medication most of the time. And that made my parents really very concerned about me, but they never showed any kind of disparity in all three of us. Equally encouraged us.
Correct.
And they only instilled in all three of our head, don't bother what people are talking. You all are born for a purpose, fulfill that.
Wonderful.
Currently, your focus is only to study. Daddy
Yes.
was very clear about this. I'm not expecting you to be a first rank holder. I'm not expecting you to be a topper in your school or in your class. I want you to be an average student who knows her subject.
Correct.
You should know why you're doing, what you're doing, and you should have a focus and you should have a plan for your future from here.
Yes.
I'm not expecting you to think for the next 50 years, 30 years, you're not capable. Next 2 years, what you want to do. Next 5 years, what you want to do. Start building yourself with this.
Right.
This is something that my father instilled. And like I said, because of my health issues, I had to take medication. I was put on steroids. So I was very thin. I suddenly put on weight. I went through a lot of body shaming within the family and outside also. They started saying, I'm a baby elephant, I'm fat, I'm like this, I'm like that. I used to come home and cry. Already I was carrying the burden of being the girl. And at that very age, say 4th standard, 5th standard, when people are teasing me, it used to be even a bigger burden for me. That's when mom taught me this. If you're going to give here to people who are teasing you, you will lead nowhere. You'll stay where you are. You
Absolutely.
have to take it with a pinch of salt. Those who are laughing at me, only their teeth and their tongue will be seen. That will not stop me from my success, and I have to move on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Wonderful.
Treat them as a speed breaker is what she used to teach.
Wow. Wow. Such an amazing advice from your parents. I must say, if we have such parents, we know that parenting is a very, very important aspect of our life. And if we have good parents who have really encouraged us and stood by us in all our times, good times and bad times, we really become a very outstanding person who has those values. And that is what we always say, no, it is the legacy of value. It is not the legacy of money. It is the
True.
legacy of value that we can give to our children. And that is what your parents have given it to you.
Very true, very true.
This
And
is what,
not only that, eventually I took up science as my subject, and everybody were baffled. Okay, is she capable of taking science? Is she fit for doing? Okay, let her do. Maybe she wants to do her BSc. Then I did join for BSc and I got the opportunity for engineering. The moment I declared that I got into an engineering college to be an engineer, a whole lot of relatives were like, they came first, advised my dad. Subbu, my dad's name is Subramaniam, he's called as Subbu. Subbu, you're educating her, fine. Tomorrow she'll get married and she'll go earn for her husband and give. You're getting nothing. You're wasting your money. Think wisely. Just get her into an ordinary graduation and get her married. Don't even focus on post-graduation. There were a whole lot of people who came and put that. But my dad's brothers insisted, no, Anna, you have to ensure she studies. Girls have to do it. It might be a difficult task. Think through. Then dad came back and said, see, don't bother about what people are saying. You got the opportunity, don't miss it.
correct.
Opportunities knock once in lifetime. This opportunity for your lifetime, it's only once. Don't miss it and regret it all through your life. Take it up.
Yes.
I am here to bear the expenses for your education. You earn and you give me when you start earning. I will not stop you. I'm not asking you. I will not stop you.
Correct.
But you take this opportunity, don't miss it. I'm saying I'm not expecting you to be a topper. Hold on to your subject and study well. This time your job is only to study and prove yourself, do it. That's
Correct.
where your identity is.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that is what you made a chemical engineer, but the chemicals could bear. She couldn't bear the
They love
chemicals.
me, like how people love chemicals also love me.
So can you see the optimism in her? Like people love her, chemicals love her, and still they have to leave her. Yeah, that is the optimism which is the product of her pauses, of her experiences in life, which has made her even more optimistic. She's not fell down. Even if she's fell down, she's got up with more vigor. And that is what has made Kalyani Pantangi, and I can say Patangi. Patang is what is that kite which just flies up. So I can say her that she is that kite which will fly and soar into the skies. And then very unusual pause has come in her life during her personal life when she got married. I would like you to delve in a very short way about that.
Well, after engineering, after moving out from my chemical job, I joined in one of the customer service company. There, I happened to meet my ex-husband. We fell in love, but I'm a little practical person and I cannot jump into something just like that. And that's why we took some time. Meanwhile, my sister wanted to get married. She got a good alliance. Everything was fine. So she got married. That was a big taboo for us because छोटी को बड़ी को रहते हुए छोटी को कैसे शादी कर देंगे. Within the family, we never had anybody because broad-mindedness was there in the family. But bahar se kosna, cursing, lot of other things happened, which we did not give here. Then finally this happened and I courted this guy for almost 3 years, and his family and our family, we had issues. not because of community, because of so many other history related stuff. And a lot of things were there. We still convinced both of our parents, and they willfully came forward and got us married.
Hmm.
Exactly 2.5 years after the marriage, or rather, I can say immediately after marriage itself, I started seeing a culture shock over there.
Hmm.
When you're dating a person, he's totally a different person, but after marriage, he becomes a totally different person.
Hmm.
ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है? The guy who is standing up for me every time before marriage, suddenly he starts standing up for his family, his mother, and blah, blah stuff.
Hmm.
I had to slowly get adjusted to that and got adjusted to. But eventually it was like, तू उससे आगे बढ़ जाएगी. He's 3 years younger to me. And तू
Hmm.
उससे आगे बढ़ जाएगी, so I have to रोकना पड़ेगा. So बहुत सारे ऐसे लोग हैं उनके family में, they tried stopping me from moving ahead in my career.
Correct, correct.
I had to quit the beautiful job that I had in ABB. I worked only for a month and a half or 2 months, and I had to quit the job only to save my marriage.
Correct, correct.
And after that, we started seeing the pinch of not having two people earning. Obviously, in Bangalore, two people earning can make us comfortable. Otherwise, you will feel that pinch. And he started feeling that pinch.
Hmm.
And that's when he took me silently without his mom or anybody knowing. मैं party के लिए जा रहा हूँ, I want her to come. So took me for the interview, helped me out. I got into that job. Eventually, we had to break out in front of all the relatives so that कोई नहीं टोकेगा.
Hmm.
कोई
Hmm.
politics नहीं किए जाएंगे. But I was growing in that job.
Hmm.
And I was doing well. But उनको खटका.
Correct,
My
correct, correct.
ex-mother-in-law. And she was like, no, you cannot move ahead. See,
Hmm.
तब तो I had started learning psychology secretly. किसी को
Yeah.
बताया नहीं. मुझे
हाँ.
लग रहा है, मुझे महसूस हो रहा है, and women's institutions are always there.
Yes.
ऐसा कुछ करने वाली है ताकि हम दोनों एक साथ ना रहे.
Correct, correct, correct.
And that was the biggest shock when I was thrown out of my house. मेरे
Hmm.
सारे कपड़े, मेरे सारे चीजें वहीं पे रुक गए थे. I was
Hmm.
thrown out of the house, and I was shocked. क्या
Hmm.
हो रहा है? And this guy who has to stand up for me because I'm his wife. ठीक है, you want to blame me, also stand up for me and blame.
Hmm.
जो मेरी माँ कह रही है वो वही ठीक है, जो मेरा भाई बोल रहा है वही ठीक है, जो मेरी नानी बोल रही है वही ठीक है.
Hmm.
And it was really a chaotic phase. I was
Right.
in the verge of going through depression.
Yes.
That was the time my youngest sister's marriage was settled, and that came to that broke down too. I mean, in the last minute, we got to know that guy was a fraud, and a lot of other issues happened. I was like going through real turmoil, and that's when I said, no, I'm not going to allow this to happen. And I took a transfer. I moved to Chennai. I started focusing 200 to 300% only on work and my
Yes.
development.
Superb. So this is when you see, this is the kind of devastation girls face when the personal life gets disrupted. And still they have to fend for themselves because they are already working in a job probably, or they want to come out and have that identity for themselves which they would have sacrificed in that marriage. In both the cases, the girl has to stand up for herself. Parents are there to support you, but still, if you don't find your identity, you are lost. And that is where the downward spiral may start for many of the girls, which happens and they go into depression. But here, Kalyani took the upward spiral. She chose to take the upward spiral and did not go into the downward spiral, in spite of all the odds, and probably because of all the words which she had heard in her childhood that had made her so resilient that when this kind of as she said, it was a shock for her. When this shock came, that shock not only shook her to come out of that, but it was like a bounce. She bounced back better. And that is what happened to her. And that pause she utilized to grow and grow and grow internally. And when she started to go internally, then everything outside also started to just manifest the way she wanted. So now, post the pause, Kalyani, we understood the whole pause, which you really faced in a very strong way. But now, post the pause, how are you taking your life?
Ma'am, the pause did not end over there. I just would like to add, after my stint in Chennai, I came back to Bangalore on promotion. And when I moved here, जब तक चेन्नई में थी, I was not participating any of the family functions और बहुत कुछ ऐसा कुछ. But जब I came back, I took a house close to the office and I was living. But कोई भी function होता था तो मैं जाती थी. वहां पे लोगों का mentality is horrible. My family stood by me. But there is another circle of relatives and friends who were there.
Absolutely.
They started treating me as a कीड़ा. ऐसे बोलते थे, तुम मनहूस है, तुम यहाँ मत आओ.
Correct.
एंड ये लोगों को पता था, जब मैं पैदा हुई तब भी इन्होंने बोला, अब भी बोल रहे हैं तुम मनहूस है. तुम मनहूस है इसलिए तेरा शादी टूट गया.
Correct.
तुम्हारे फैमिली में किसी और का डाइवर्स नहीं हो रहा है, तेरा हो रहा है, तू सेपरेट हो गई है. तब तक तो डाइवर्स नहीं हुआ था मेरा, बट दे वर गोइंग ऑन एंड टॉन्टिंग मी. एंड तब जाके मुझे ये एहसास हुआ, मैं अपने इर्द गिर्द हर कोई फंक्शन में नहीं जाऊं.
Correct.
I'm not going for any gathering where I am tolerated.
Yes.
Any and every place where I'm celebrated and I'm respected and I'm identified for whom I am, I will go only in that place.
Very good. Superb.
I will not go in places.
Yes.
ये मेरे personal life में चल रहा था, and officially wherever I was working, तब जाके I came across a whole lot of colleagues, एक नहीं दो नहीं, बहुत सारे लोग. Those people who used to call me ma'am, who used to really work with me, बड़े respect के साथ रहते थे, suddenly आके they started telling, मेरे friend का guest house खाली है, हम जाएंगे क्या, तुम आएगी क्या, या shall we go for a long drive. तब मुझे पता नहीं था. I was a little naive at that time. Why are they coming and asking me? मुझे पता नहीं था. Later did they realize they are binocking it towards something else.
Correct. And that is a very important point, because why the parents especially want their daughters to get married? Because if you're married, at least you have one person who will be taking care of you, and you shut the society. The society keeps shut if you are married to a man. There is a kind of a respect. And this is the most paradoxical state of our society. And then when you are coming out of that marriage because of your circumstances, because you are not respected in that marriage, this is the way the society starts to treat you, especially the male counterparts. The females will say from your voices, from what they have to say, and the males start to treat in a different way. And it is only if we have that grit and that resilience and that self-respect, only then we can survive. We should not only survive, but we should excel in whatever we are doing.
True. It's not that all men are bad, man. There are so many people who supported me. They said, अगर मेरी बहन होती, ऐसा हो रही होती, so I would encourage her, I will be there for you. My bosses were very supportive. But there was a whole lot of colleagues who tried to take advantage of the situation.
Yes.
And that actually shook me.
Absolutely.
And I was like, कौन से जमाने में है हम लोग? See, divorce is a common thing. Separation, divorce is a common thing in the present phase.
Absolutely.
And if a woman is standing for her rights, इसमें कोई गलत बात नहीं है. Why treat her like a prostitute?
Absolutely.
Why don't you respect her individuality? Why don't you respect her for who she is, for her decision?
Yes.
It was really that became a real कीड़ा मेरे दिमाग में. ऐसा कुछ करना चाहिए मुझे आगे चल के, ताकि मेरे जैसे और कितने भी लड़कियां और औरतें हैं, they are going through this, they have to stand up for their right. They cannot budge.
Absolutely.
And तब जाके I was continuing with my work, but I had a massive accident.
Okay.
And accident was so bad that मैं बाद में गिरती रही, and I had multiple disc prolapse. जैसे कि
Mm.
8 disc moved out of my the regular place, and they started pushing the nerve. एक पूरे दिन के लिए I was completely paralyzed, and
Mm.
doctor said that was the time you had to go on complete bed rest.
Yes, yes.
That complete bed rest, it's like this, that I see how the progress goes. For me, as is, if I see, I don't want to perform a surgery on you because you're hardly around 34, 35 years. And if I
Mm.
perform a surgery, you have a long life. If something happens, you'll be a vegetable.
Right.
कम से कम you can live taking medication अभी के लिए.
Correct.
You can do some
Correct.
exercises or something, but 2 years के लिए अभी के लिए bed rest, complete bed rest, except
Mm.
for going to the washroom and going to the dining table to eat, और कुछ नहीं करेगी.
Oh my God. Yes.
So 1 year I very strictly followed, and my mom completely supported me for it.
Mm.
And during that particular time, I didn't want to go into depression again.
Correct.
That's one major thing that I had to be very careful. I already had become a trained psychologist by then, and I didn't want to get into depression. Generally, it happens. क्या
Yes,
हो
yes.
रहा मेरी जिंदगी के साथ? What is happening?
Bilkul. Yes. Why me? Why me? Why me?
Exactly. And
Yes.
that's the time I said, no, something good is going to come out of this. Let me take this as an experience, and let me take this as a break and rediscover myself.
Actually.
Rediscover myself, and let me try something else after this.
Yes. Sure.
And that's when, after 1 year, doctor gave me a partial bed rest, saying you can move around. If you're going today for half a day, tomorrow you take complete bed rest.
Mm.
But don't strain yourself. Don't travel too far. You're not allowed to use a 2-wheeler or a 4-wheeler. You cannot drive till I give you a go ahead. And then I said, okay, fine. And तब तो मेरा case भी चल रहा था. So, okay, fine. That's when I started lecturing as a lecturer. I used to go to the colleges nearby and teach the MBA students, and several subjects I used to handle, and I thoroughly enjoyed. तब जाके मुझे लगा कि I have to go about becoming a full-time lecturer. शायद God is telling me you become a full-time lecturer. And I went ahead and did my PGDM so that I could do my PhD. But
Yes.
पता नहीं क्यों, after I completed my PGDM, I started working as a regular guest faculty in several universities, but I couldn't take up my PhD and become a full-time professional. तब मुझे
Yes.
पता नहीं था, but एक दो दिन के लिए I felt bad, but बाद में I said, okay, whatever happens, happens for good. I'm not going to worry about this.
Yes.
It didn't work. Let me move on करके I started moving.
Correct. 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 Correct.
तब तक
Absolutely.
मेरा divorce भी हो गया था, and I was working as a consultant for one of the MNCs, and then I again felt back problems start हो गया because I'm traveling all the way to Whitefield. I said, no, I'll take something closer to house. I moved in. तब जाके मुझे एहसास हुआ, see, I've worked as a HR for so many years. I've led so many people. But I've seen so many women, and every woman has her own story.
Correct. That
And
we have realized when we are talking here on Pause Talk, we have realized that every woman has a different story, and every woman is so, so inspirational. Their pauses, their story has a meaning. They have made them what they are today, and we can really inspire another woman by our own stories. So
True.
that's really, really wonderful that this pause, which was a physical kind of a pause now, because it was actually a physical pause for her. Those were emotional pauses probably, or mental pauses, but this was a kind of a, so Kalyani has been able to come out of every kind of a pause in her life, and that is what has made her what she is today. And she's working very strongly for women in whatever work she is doing, and also for other people. Yes, please.
So that's where I learned it, and I started startup experience के दौरान मुझे ये पता चला, बहुत सारी औरतें, not only in India, worldwide, they have been in a position of a VP, they have been in a position of a manager, senior manager, बहुत ऐसे consulting roles, बहुत ऐसे senior roles संभल चुकी है, flourishing career है उनका, but they had to quit because of the family.
Yes, yes, yes.
My bacha has to study, he's come to his 10th,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
my daughter has come
That's
to
a
10th.
very, very common story for many of us.
And that's when I started feeling that. Shayad
Hmm.
I've matured to that age. I don't know what exactly was it, but I started feeling अगर कोई आके मुझसे बोलेगा अभी तू अपना करियर छोड़ दे तो मुझे कैसा लगेगा,
Hmm.
छोड़ने के बाद कैसा लगेगा।
Hmm.
ठीक है, मैंने छोड़ दिया, छोड़ने के बाद मैं एडजस्ट भी हो गई। उस दौरान कोई आके मुझे एक अच्छा सा मौका देगा तो मैं क्या महसूस करूंगी।
Correct.
That was one major turning point for me. And I said, I have to start something new on my own. And when I do it, I'm not going to work with professionals who are working in a company.
Yes.
I'm not going to tie up. I will reach out to each and every woman who has had experience, who quit her career, and she'll be able to give me 4 to 5 hours a day. I'm not expecting more than that. And that
Correct.
too, she should be in a position to do it in her comfort zone.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
This is one of the reasons behind IntelliAce Solutions.
Wonderful. So beautiful. This is very, very beautiful. So I'm really proud of you, Kalyani, that you are not coming out of your own pause, doing something for yourself, but your company is now standing up for all the women who really want to do something in their life and probably they don't know how to start, where to start. And you are giving them that platform where they can stand up and rise up. So thank you so much for what you are doing, Kalyani. It is really beautiful.
Thank you, ma'am.
We were really inspired by your journey, and this is a blatant truth. How Kalyani spoke today is a blatant truth of the society. She has unveiled the face of society which we all are living through. No, most of us, many of us have lived through this kind of harsh realities of the society which we just discussed today in the form of Kalyani. But there are many women who are not even speaking about, they are just going and putting everything behind and then also coming out with a very big smile that nothing has happened in their life. So kudos to all those women and to Kalyani for bringing all of this up. One last message, Kalyani, for our audience from you.
I want to say to all the sisters out there, you might be going through whatever phase right now. You might be going through whatever ups and downs right now. This too shall pass. And be ready for a bigger breakthrough and being a bigger blessing, not just for yourself, but for a number of people around you.
Yes, so beautiful. So beautiful, Kalyani. Thank you for your lovely message. And it was a real
Thank
pleasure
you.
having you on the show. Thank you so much for all your insights and all your daring devil works that you have done. And if somebody is listening to this post talk and if you any of these stories resonates with you and you feel that you are able to come out and share your story, then you can be my next guest. You can just DM me and I will reach out to you and we can come and connect together here. And we can continue to create this ripple of our past stories. Thank you so much, Kalyani.
Thank you so much,
Namaste.
ma'am. Namaste.
Namaste.